Now, this conversation is one that is long overdue. I'm actually excited about this one, but let's get right into it. Let's talk about this. You see, the peak of your life, the absolute peak of your life, both mentally and physically, is between the ages of 16 and 30, thereabouts. You will never be as strong or as sharp as you are in that age bracket ever again in your life. I mean, you start to drop off cognitively, mentally around the age of 22. You sort of plateau and then start dropping off after a while. But these are your peak years. And you know there is credibility to this because if you check all your favorite athletes, footballers or boxers or only UFC, they all fall into this age bracket at the peak of their powers. Now, coincidentally, I don't know if it's coincidence, but it is also in that age bracket that the average human being, e.g. you are most confused about your life and you don't really know what you are doing. The real question now is why? Now, the answer to this question is not only important to you because your own time don't pass. Maybe you're not in that age bracket again. And in order to get what you're supposed to get from that age bracket, you are going to have to replicate that season in your life, or at least replicate the variables that make that season so fertile and so productive for the most part, theoretically speaking. But then the answer to that why is even more important to your children who are yet to either arrive or enter into that age bracket. By alive, I mean like arrive, Why are we most confused in the season where we are supposed to be most productive? First of all, you have to realize that it is not coincidence. It is not by accident. Your confusion in that season is actually very much by design. And this design is so well curated that it not only affects your life, but it will also affect the life of your children. And this is how. You see, the key to examining what's happening in your life in that season lies in your understanding of what happened in the season before that your peak. Because obviously that formed the foundation for that season. See, let me tell you, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year, this particular set of people, they have no business being in the four walls of anything school institution. Now, does this mean that children in this age bracket, that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of age should not be getting an education? Absolutely not. But there are other kinds of education, especially the informal kind. The kind that we were enjoying for centuries before this current system was introduced to us. The kind that prepares a man more, that prepares a man better, that is more designed in accordance to the peculiarities and the specifications of the man's immediate society. That takes into account the challenges that are present in his space and not borrowed ones that were only applicable in another time zone a couple of decades ago. You will dress your kids up in their formative years. Their brain never even formed finish. And guess what? You see those ages between 1 and 10. The human being gains more brain mass than any other age in his life. And then in that time bracket, what are you doing? You are shipping them off to a mental institution because that's what it is. Tell me how it is not the same thing. They are divided into wards there. Okay, you people call it classes. That's fine. But it is ward. Then they wear them uniform. It's not optional. You must down to socks and sandal, uniform. Every morning they line them up in perfect files. You must be on the line. Call that one assembly. Then there, they will sing the same songs, chant the same things in uniformity, whether it's anthem or pledge. After that, they will adhere to very strict timing rules. They will take breaks at the same time. They must return at the same time. Even their play, bound. There's almost no expression in it. And then later, you as a parent, you will expect them to turn out differently. When they come back to the house, that's for those that were not condemned to boarding school. You will now start telling them, you are different, you are not like your mates. I want you to see the world differently. You are your own person, you are unique. When in actual fact, you have conditioned them, condemned and conditioned them for a life in the herd. What is funny is that you even paid people to destroy the child of your life. The life of your child. They've gotten this conditioning and somehow in their life without functioning in the head, they don't find much meaning. They don't find much excitement. Not even excitement, much approval. They can't even approve of their own self. This design is very intentional. It's not coincidence. Now you know greasy pass your nose. And see, what is even worse is that sometimes when it is time to be promoted to a new class for children, children are now divided into classes according to their last semester now, according to their last term's academic performance or their last year. So primary 5A and B is given to the first 20 people in performance and the second 20 people. We would arrange it like that, C, D, until you start getting to E and the F where the dollars are all packed together. What is the hope of that set of children? You see, that kind of stratification, it serves the purpose of the school in terms of getting the brighter ones brighter. In case the school have competition, let's brush up the brighter ones. Let them be brighter. My question now is the ones that they condemn to those rust classes. What does this system do for them? What does it do to identify people's strengths and weaknesses? What does it do for the person who formal education may not necessarily be for? But if they are exposed to life in the market, which we were doing for centuries, they learn trade a lot faster and blossom. No, those things are taboos right now. There is a one-size-fits-all kind of education that everybody's child will subscribe to. If not, we see them as failures and losers in society. No, these days we are into networking. We want to network and meet, to better our chances. We want to mingle. The question is the ones that you packed inside the F class, E class, D class, who are they mingling with? What are their chances of upgrading their intellect? Maybe because of their interaction and mingling. We just pack all of them, condemn them to the door section. You people should be there, be talking to yourself since you don't want to be useful in this life. Then later we'll be asking ourselves, why are we struggling in the seasons where we are supposed to be the most productive? It's because we did not take the initiative or the time to invest in individuals. We lumped up people, different people. We lumped them up into one set, pushed them to learn the same things, and wonder why only a handful succeed every 1,000 students. There was absolutely no preparation for this season, no tailored knowledge, no tailored education. That's what you were subjected to, and that is what you are preparing to subject your own children to, because that's all you know, and the loop continues. You see, even though I cannot tell you what to do with your life, I'm going to at least counsel you to be more intentional in the things that you are allowing to shape your mind. It never rates. If you don't care about yourself enough to do it for you, do it for the people who are coming after you, who will come out of you, so that they can enjoy a better quality of life than this one that was created for you by people who did not and do not have your best intentions at heart. If you're looking to better your life by better understanding the foundations that support society and how you can fit into it for a more successful advancement, for a more successful life, make sure you are in my conference July 19th. It's happening in Lagos, Nigeria. Tickets are now available. I'll put the link down in the description. And I look forward to seeing you and having an amazing, mind-shifting 7 hours of conversation and enlightenment. Make sure you subscribe. See the subscribe button here. And I'll see you guys in the next video very shortly. God bless you.